Okay, good morning traders. Welcome to the Bookmap All Markets webinar. This is Bruce at Bookmap. Okay, good morning. We're going to go through the live order flow analysis using Bookmap, understand the participants' behavior. And if we can get a grasp on that, then we can understand where price might be going next. That is the goal. That's what we do here. It's forward-looking analysis. We're going to go through the crypto competition today. More information on that. We'll cover that in just a minute. But the advantages of order flow is being able to comprehend the participants' behavior. And that is the key. When we're looking at any chart, basically, that is really what we're trying to determine. Who's interested in something in this auction process. So once we can start to determine that and understand that, then we have insight. We're looking for a very specific thing that we can relate to. That would be our strategy. Take advantage of that and we leverage it. All right, so general disclosure, all Bookmap Ltd materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Risk disclosure, trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. And this is the crypto competition. So if you guys have not gotten involved and are interested, it's longer term. It goes the rest of the week here. In fact, the rest of the month. So another 5 days, you can win. There's great prizes here. So take a screenshot of your using your phone here and sign up. I'll also provide you with the link. It is competition.bookmap.com right here. Scroll down, you register here, and you'll see all the details in here. We have a new video that hopefully will be updated in just a few more minutes in here, how to connect. We went through connection in detail yesterday, but this video would be a little bit quicker. Thank you, Dan, for making that. Great job. We have the leaderboard here, and you guys can see we have a close race for the top. You know, a few thousand or hundreds off. Dark Trader is in the lead. Tamatoa is next, and then Tornado, and then Steven, Demo Trader, is after that. Nice job, Steven. Great to see you up here, hanging in there and you're doing really well. It's really great to see. Anyway, I'll put the link into the chat for you guys here over in YouTube. Okay, it looks like already done. Thank you, Dan. Good morning, Alois. Good morning, Rob, Alan, and Stephen. All right. Okay, so anyway, that's the competition, let's jump in and let's take a look. You know, we're going to cover more content on here, or it's wide open. Like, you guys, what would you like to go over in here? I had one topic in particular I wanted to cover. Yesterday we covered it, and I want to follow through on it. Yesterday, now I took a couple of trades in live mode. I had a couple losses and a winner. I just want to note that this is only a demo. It's in a demo account. It does say real trading down below here, but it is in a demo account. It is not a trade recommendation. All right, so it's just to demo the trading functionality in Bookmap, and we'll do it again today. All right, hopefully we'll find an opportunity. Let's go through some of the order flow immediately here, and then I want to get into what we had covered yesterday. Something very insightful. I think you guys are going to love it. Yeah, hold on. I'll get to it in just a few minutes. Now, I don't have a whole lot of data in here, so I'm going to click on the tab over here in the left middle of my screen, and I'm going to add a little more historical data in here. Let's try three hours. What do you guys mostly? I'm using $20 per tick. Is that working for you, or what are most of you guys using? So if you can let me know. I'm very curious because even with $20 per tick, I'm still finding a little bit of some performance issues here. I have kind of a lower end gaming computer, which has already might have reached its limitation. Wow, you're using $5, Stephen. Okay, that would just probably kill my computer. Okay, slow down. You're working with 20, and that's working pretty well. All right, and that's good. Another note, this is important because this is a Bookmap Academy. I want to go through the prizes in here. Okay, so before we get into it, um, you'll see it from the competition page, the competition rules, and then the prizes in here. First place, Global Plus subscription for a year, plus $500 USDT. Second place is 6 months Global Plus subscription, and third is 3 months Global Plus subscription. But there are additional prizes here, and this is for you guys in the Academy and then some. If you want to partake in this, it's open to all. There's 2 more additional prizes of $200 USDT. Today we will make a decision on the winner, but it'll happen later today. So get your content in. It's not based on the performance. It doesn't have to be some huge winner or anything. It just has to be really insightful. It has to be top quality content. Right, that's what we're looking for, and you'll be a winner. Now, you will need to be part of the Bookmap Academy. You can share your content here on the Discord channel. Let me show you where it's going to be. Okay, if you go to our Discord channel, then you'll scroll to the Bookmap Academy section right here. This is where you place your content. Okay, you will need to be a part of the Bookmap Academy. Look at slowdowns in here with some new great stuff in here as well. Love it. All right, so anyway, yeah, place your content in here. We're going to go through it today and determine a winner. Okay, and you win $200 or USDT. To be a part of the Bookmap Academy, okay, you will need to be a part of the Bookmap Academy in order to win. We will cross-reference it. So click on the More button under Community, Bookmap Academy. This is where you sign up here. Okay, we have a new video as well, and let me show you that. It is public now. Hold on just a minute. I'll get you the link. Okay. No, that's not it. Okay, hold on. Let me try again. Here we go. Okay. Oh, yeah, Dan, I just changed the cover image on it. That's all for the Crypto Madness competition. So here it is here. I'll put this link into the chat for you as well. So you guys have it. Okay, over in YouTube. Here you go. And then over in Discord as well. I'll put it both in the okay. There you go. And we're also going to put it into the chat here for this webinar, okay, in the All Markets room. Yep. Go. There you go. Oh, Dan already did it. Okay. I just beat you to it, Dan, it looked like. All right. All right. So guys, let's we'll jump into the kind of, I almost want to have an open mic on this. We will definitely have open mic for the Bookmap Academy meeting. But you know, that's the way we do it over in the Bookmap Academy. So oh, you want to go over risk management? Excellent, Rob. Yeah, absolutely. So important. I'm really glad you brought that up, Rob. So anyway, I'd like to hear maybe some of your guys' insights and strategies. I can go through mine, and like I promised, we'll go through something very interesting in a minute after we get through the current analysis, as well as I want to cover what was I going to lost my train of thought here. We will cover the current analysis in here. The Learning Center. So I covered in detail yesterday. I had a loss from Friday, and I covered it in details in yesterday's webinar. I want to show you where to go for more content here from bookmap.com. Click on the education text or link here on the toolbar, and then go to strategies and setups. We have a continuation pattern and a new reversal pattern here. Okay, the reversal pattern is just in the diagram form right now. We'll have the other video in just a minute, or in just a day or two. But this is what I took. This is exactly what I went through in detail. And this is what I was looking for, this kind of shift in the order flow, in the volume and the order flow, and where I entered and where I even leveraged it for this position. But anyway, so this was my strategy. Okay, and I want to go through another strategy that a lot of you guys use, I know. We'll cover that here in just a minute. Now, it's a little bit higher time frame, but it is very, very valid. All right, so we'll go over that in just a minute. What else do we have here? We're going to go through the current order flow. So what do we see right now? 9:30 cash open, and then everything since. Not much. It's not much going on in here. You can look at the volume and we're going to look at three elements like we always do in order flow. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to set the foundation for what we're going to cover next. But these three elements of price action, okay, that is the back and forth movement or up and down movement of price. The volume within that price action, that is the volume dots that you see here. A green dot is a market buy order, a red dot is a market sell. We have context now within the price action though. How much volume is trading from the buyers and the sellers? It is critical to understand this context. Okay, here's the move down on more selling. It makes sense. Now we see little pockets of green dots here and green bars down below here. This also makes sense that we would come back up and retest this area up here, the swing up here. All right, then the 9:30 cash open, just before the cash open, it starts to drop a little bit, and then it really drops here. And what does it do? It comes all the way right back up to where it dropped from, and then some, and then sellers come back in and drop it again. Okay, we have again price action and volume context. This is just so important to understand, and gives us clues and insight to what may happen next. This is the participant's behavior. Okay, so now what do we see now? Well, we see buyers came right back in again. So it was down, it was up, it was down, it was up. How much did it go up? Not much. Okay, what about the volume within this move here? Well, you can see that there was a pretty hefty volume in here on the buy side. But all we've done is come back down anyway. Okay, so we're going to go through a scenario in here and understand that if we get more sell volume down here, then likely we're going to get a move lower. Okay, because this buy volume could not move price higher. All right, another element to understand, the third element in here in Bookmap and the order flow, critical to understand, is the liquidity, the limit buy and sell orders, or who is taking the other side of the trade. Okay, we have high liquidity over here on the offer. And you can see that buyers never really tangled with it. They never came up and traded into this area up in here. So that much we know. We can see this move here started to trade into this liquidity up here at 71,196, and that was it. We dropped off. Okay, so this is the context. We see some weakness in here. High liquidity or high supply on the offer, and buyers aren't interested in it. Okay, so this is another context and an element to understand why we are moving lower. All right, so let's see if we get our scenario follow through here. So we're looking for more sellers here, and we look for the move back down below into these swings here. Okay, so yeah, is this enough though to justify taking a position? Okay, is this something you want to risk on in here and place an order? And I would say no, not yet. You know, it's there's still pockets of buying in here, and it's still in my book, or what I see, it is still chopping back and forth. Okay, look at the selling down here. Did we get the sellers we wanted? No, we got buyers up here. Currently, right now in the price action, are we getting the sellers we want? No, not really. So yeah, I'm not necessarily looking then for that scenario to unfold. Okay, in general, more likely, yes, I would look for it. That is the scenario though. Okay, now we're looking for criteria in here in the price action, volume, and liquidity to gauge that scenario unfolding. Okay, this is our setup checklist basically. And right now, we don't have enough criteria to justify this move lower. All right, so as simple as that. All right, now let's. I want to go through. We can go through the second scenario as well, and that would be buyers lifting this away from this area in here. So what are we looking for? Well, we would look for high demand in the liquidity in the heat map in here, meaning all of these limit buy orders in here, they want to buy at this price level, and it shows that intention in the auction process. Right, so now do we see that now? No, there's a little bit right in here at this 96 level. Now we're getting our sellers. Okay, so yeah, looking for our sellers in here to try to take it back down into this 96 liquidity here. All right. Okay, what about the opposite scenario? Okay, well, what if this is a trap in here and buyers snatch it away from this level here and move price back on up? So we'd look for it to auction up here, and we'd look for these big green dots up here. And if we can get that, then our scenario is more likely we will trade back up to this area and swing up here. Okay, so our scenario one is starting to play out. All right, it's pretty big sell volume. Okay, so not bad. All right, so now I would still look for continuation here. We're trending down. We see that there are not enough buyers in here. Okay, and look for continuation. All right, now this is what I wanted to cover in the live order flow in here. Yeah, I would look for this continuation move, but I'm not going to take a position on this at the moment. And here's why: because I want to cover the something from yesterday that relates to all of this in here, right? And it's much higher time frame. So yesterday we saw a breakout to the upside, a very, very strong day, if you guys remember. In fact, let me try to find the webinar from yesterday, and I will show it. It will be easier. Okay, so hold on a minute. Okay, here we go. All right. It's in here. Yeah, it was right in here. Okay, so here was a couple small losses in here, and then here is our winner, and we leveraged into it here too. Took a few positions and looking for the move up. Okay, and then managed it pretty quickly and aggressively in here for various reasons, but that's not the subject I want to cover. Subject I want to cover in here is this move in here and looking for this breakout move. Okay, let me stop it here. And looking for this breakout move in here. Okay, we were looking for it. It was telegraphing this to us. It was telling us the behavior in here, right? We're looking for it. Now, this is on a smaller time frame. If we go, and I'm gonna look at it's a free service. It is a higher time frame candlestick chart in here, and I just want to show you guys this. This is a daily chart, and this is yesterday's price action here, right? So this is at this point here, as it started to break out, this is an outside day. This understanding of the order flow behind the candles on a daily chart is no different than this here on this minute chart, or a much smaller time frame. Okay, it is an outside day or outside of the minutes of the previous price action. So we are looking for it to extend, and we know that there's volume here as well. So we are looking for it to extend, right? And we can trade that event. You guys probably know about outside days on your candlestick charts as well. This is the concept. Now, if you're trading higher time frame and this competition is about a bit higher time frames because there's commissions involved, as you guys know. So every time you hit the buy or sell button, you are charged a commission, and it is a realistic commission in the live crypto markets. So you need to manage that. So maybe you want to trade on a higher time frame, and if you start to see this outside day unfold, you can look for trading to higher levels in swings. The first swing would be here, the next one would be here, and then you can look for maybe even the swing up in here. Okay, you can see where price went, but this could have been a huge gainer. Okay, it's a pretty big candle, or big enough, right? Now let's look at our higher time frame analysis for today. Okay, well, we broke out here of our previous range yesterday, but look how we broke out. Okay, it broke out by a little bit, and then it sold right back in, and now we're seeing sellers come in hand over fist. Okay, so now we have to look at this in here and think about where price might go. We see there are sellers, so we're looking for these sellers to meet the buyers. Where are they on this candle in the daily chart? We don't know. Okay, so we're going to take a look. And here's our breakout or breakdown move that we were looking for earlier. Okay, it did turn into a pretty nice position. All right, now I wanted to cover this. I did not want to come back and have to manage this aggressively. But this is what we're looking for. Now we can start to look for at least where we think it's going to go. And this is not a bad area already, and it's almost there. Okay, at 70 or 69,788. Okay, so looking for the test to that liquidity. All right, now we know also that now since we're inside day, okay, that we're going to get some pretty choppy price action. Okay, that is no different than understanding, like within a range that a slowdown trades, for example, on a smaller time frame. If you're within a range, you're going to get some pretty choppy price action. Okay, this here is a false breakout and a move back into the range. This is actually one of, this is slowdown's main concept, at least, of a Wyckoff spring, of, fading the outside edge and trading into the middle, and looking for now a move to the other side of the range. Slowdown is, he would look for, let's suppose this was a 5-minute chart. Well, he would look for it to trade here, and he would be looking for it to come back to the other side of the range down in these areas down in here. All right. Now, for this time frame here, we're just looking for these sellers to come in. You can even see the time and sales in here. Hand over fist, they're coming in. Okay. Where are they going to go? Well, how about here? This isn't bad. Like the top of these ranges, or maybe this one even here is the first one. Okay. Now, these prices aren't going to align because this isn't BTC USDT, right? This is the spot market. So we're not looking for it to, the price is not going to be the same in here. All right. Okay. So now let's go back and let's take a look. All right. So here's our move. Okay. It already traded through our 88 level here. And that's the first move we're looking for. Okay. But we're still looking for this to go further in the bigger picture here. Okay, now, again, we know it's going to be pretty choppy, right? So where might we get a pullback? Let's look for it. Ultimately, our target is down here, okay, 69, 128 or something, just in front of 69,200 or so. All right, is this making sense? Are you guys following? Do you have any questions on this? Okay. Now, we're simplifying things quite a bit. And why I think it's good to cover these strategies in here, because they're very simple and they can apply to any other strategy. It is order flow that we're talking about on low time frame and high time frame here. Okay, so in fact, I've got the Bookmap web in here. Hold on a minute, see if it can load. Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, so guys, now what you can do with this knowledge and strategy is you can also align this from yesterday here, okay, knowing that this break and this strong move in here was on a smaller time frame, but from that day there had already been a big move to the upside. We know that. Okay, so this was just continuation of that move. This can allow you to stay with the trade for a much longer period. Okay, and we didn't. We went through an example in a smaller time frame. Okay, but we could have let this run for most of the day, and this would have been a much bigger gainer. Okay, and on this time frame, on this time frame, and even at this time, which is a pretty bad price level, it already gained quite a bit. Okay, but that's how strong these moves can be, and we look for those outside days and let it run. Okay, so on the small time frame, you can look for those days outside of a smaller range, but on the higher time frame for the day or the week or whatever it is, you can also look for that. This order flow understanding applies to all markets and all instruments. All right, so now you can utilize that to your advantage. And you might be trading floor trader pivots or fibs or volume profile or whatever it might be. It does not matter. Okay, you can apply some of these order flow understandings to any strategy. Okay, or you can just keep it simple and stick with this. Okay, and that's it. All right. So let me see if there's any questions on this in here, because we're going over some, I think, some pretty good stuff that can be really useful, not just for this crypto market, but for any market, of course. All right. There you go. Slow down. So you're looking at your four-hour chart, and yep, here you go. So this is so if this is the current level, then you're kind of looking for it to come back down into this 69,500 or so. Yep, excellent, excellent stuff. Well, it's already through that. It's already hit that. Okay, so that was just a few minutes ago too. So yeah, excellent. So you actually say it shows the swing at 487. We've already hit that too. We've gone through it. So now, if that is the case, now I don't have enough data in Bookmap here, but if that is the case, then you know, I'm expecting there to be some buyers down here, okay, based off of this chart here. Okay, so we would look for some sellers to cover down at the bottom of the range here. We look for maybe some buyers to scoop it up as well. Why? Because look at the strong move to the upside. Now, this is the bottom of a range in here. These buyers in here, maybe they're going to enter more in here. Or we can go through another scenario on this 4-hour chart. Maybe the sellers, we can look for a continuation into this level here. There's going to be some selling, profit taking, maybe some buyers entering. But we can look for a breach of the low here, get people stopped out that were in here, get people going short that are in here, reverse, come back up into this range, and come to the other side of the range. Okay, that's another scenario on the higher time frame. Okay, we go through this scenario on the lower time frame all the time, and Slowdown has, I don't know, at this point, hundreds of images documenting this process in here. Okay, so we look for a breach of that, a rejection back into the range. On the 4-hour chart, you can even look for just a move back up into maybe the high volume node in here, or the area within this, all of these transactions here, a move, a retracement back to it and retest it. Okay, and that's where you can manage some of your risk as well. Right, so anyway, that's oh yeah, hit and reach. There you go. Slow down. Yeah, excellent, beautiful. I love it. I love it. Great. This competition is fun. So good stuff. Right, and if any of you want to join this competition, join in on this, then here's the link again. Okay, there's prizes to win. You know, several thousands of dollars of prizes in here. So go for it and check it out. Okay, it's at competition.bookmap.com, and here is the link again in YouTube and the all markets. There you go. Yeah, this exactly, Stephen. This is one of the things that's so great about the competition, and especially it's perfect for the Bookmap Academy guys, is that you've been learning so much from this. It's a great learning experience. A little distracting as well from your regular trading, true. But you know, we've got a competitive environment in here, and we've got literally, right? And then what we have is us sharing information back and forth, and also watching others along the way and learning. All right. putting these pieces together. This is where the learning happens. Okay, it's things like this. Rob, I would say, like, you could just go, I mean, you just don't have your plan together yet. You can just use something as simple as this. I've been trying to, get you on more momentum type of moves. This is it on the higher time frame. Okay, look for that higher time frame, breakout move, and outside day, and then you're going long. Okay, you're looking for order flow to support it, and you just go long. And what do you do the rest of the time? You do nothing. Okay, just that strategy. All right, once you get good at that strategy, and you should have some winners. Okay, that will build confidence. It'll also, you'll have to go review your trading activity in Bookmap replay mode. And you're going to get a lot better at it and learn more, and then you will enhance your strategy. Okay, so as you guys can see, we were anticipating a bounce here at this point, and that is exactly what we've gotten. Okay, now the question here is, let's look at the order flow and activity in here. Okay, are we still going to get a move back down and retest this area? Okay, or are we going to see buyers try to move it back up to about here? Okay, we haven't gotten there yet, maybe we don't know. This doesn't look as compelling as it did on the way down. Okay, as we were looking at it in here, we were going through the scenarios, and the most likely scenario was the move to the downside here. So nice move from 70,100 down to 400. There's a $600 move right there. Okay, slowdown probably just knocked it out of the park. They probably, I don't know, probably got a $400, $500, $600 move there. Okay. Now, guys, if you see that and you start to see that unfold, you can leverage it. Okay, you're already in it. You're looking for, are there more buyers coming in? Where are you looking for it to go? Slowdown is looking for it to go down to the bottom of the range here. Okay, just like he had marked up on his chart. Okay, this was his target, down right around here. Okay, so it came just shy of it, and then one more move back down below. All right, so and there you go. There's a really nice winner, and you could have leveraged into this as well, potentially. So Rob, we'll get now to more of your trade management in here. As well, but let's read now what's going on in this move in here, because clearly we've moved away from this zone in here now. Okay, all of that chop that we see here. Boy, I don't know why this is plaguing my computer so much. It's really bothersome. I have to close up a few things. Okay, could be this. All right, see if that helps. Close that. Okay. It must be OBS and YouTube projecting here, but this might help a little bit. Let's see. All right. Okay, now see how we're looking for maybe a potential retest back down here, but this just doesn't look so good. And now we're back up here, and we're finding more buyers. Okay, so now we have breached below that level of 487 here, just below it here. Okay, so it makes sense that this might be the move below, and the trap volume or the stop run below that range in here. okay? And then the move back up to here, or even here, okay, where we broke down from. Okay, now you're not going to get much out of that move now. And would I have been looking for that? Not based on this in here. That what I see right now, just not enough for me. And yeah, I would veer away from it. Okay. All right, so if we are looking for that move higher, then we're looking for, this is a nice cluster of volume here. We're looking for more up here. Okay, starting to get some. But yeah, starting to mount here. Yeah, I'm still not buying it here yet. And I'm not looking for much of a move at this time. But we can look for potentially a much bigger move, which would be back up into 71,000 here. Okay, that's the point of control at least, or high volume node that I have up in here. Okay, is it ready to move? All right. Well, let's take a shot at it. And I'm just going to do it with a small size in here so we can at least track it and look for the move in here. Okay, so let's just zoom in a little bit, try to optimize this position, and then Rob will get into the trade management here. Okay. One of the beauties also, Rob, about trade management, it doesn't really matter where you get in, you got to manage it. Okay, so there, I just entered this. Now again, this is only in demo. It's in the competition. It is a demo competition, guys. It's not, it's all fictitious. But so this is not a trade recommendation. All right. Now, see how like this is not. I really didn't want to get in here. I liked this volume dot here. Okay, but now I'm seeing like the potential just to get really swept up in this, and maybe we get a move back down below here, or the swing here. Okay, so that's why I got in here small size. Okay, so if this does go my way, then I'm already in a feeler position. Okay, now where would I look to get out? Maybe I hold it. Maybe I'm looking for that bigger win here, or maybe I want to get out up here. Okay, just the keep it simple. This is the target we are looking for. Right now, there's not a whole lot criteria in here to justify this position. In my book, I don't have the order book underneath it supporting it. I do see the volume in here. I do like the higher time frame move below the swing here, and then the potential move back up into the range. Okay, so now, all right, so looking good. It's starting to go our way. Let's leverage it. Okay, I'm going to add another position in here. All right, I'm going to take some off up here on this one. Okay, and I'm going to let the other one run. All right, so here's a couple of ideas, Rob, and just a feeler position, and willing to enter maybe more in if it comes back down in here. Okay, or this area down here, right? Because I know that it auctioned up in here, and we found some buyers, and then down here I just have to take a bigger loss. As pretty much as simple as that. So let's see if these buyers just looking for a bit more up into our initial target and swing, and just trading it and not quite filling it yet. All right, I'm just going to get filled. There I go. Okay, so I just exited target 1. All right, now I'm just going to hold the other one here, but I'm going to move my stop. All right. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to use my center mouse wheel as a button and click on this, and it'll get rid of my limit buys here. And what do I want to do in here? What am I? Let me just let's just rethink this a little bit more. Okay. Our trade idea is to come up into the middle of the range. All right. So we took some off already up here, and we're already above it. Okay. So what do we want to do then? We can continue to move this higher and maybe look for these other swings. Okay, again, this, and I'll do that. We'll just put it up here and we don't have to think about it for a while. Okay, so just shy of 71,000. Okay, what about our stop? Okay, do we want to leverage into this? So are we looking for a pullback to here? How about that? That's not a bad idea. Now, crypto markets, if this is based off of experience though, right, of us trading this for the last few days and looking for a pullback. Support would be here, right, just about where we entered. Okay, but I'm actually going to put it down a little bit lower in here because you know, we've seen these crypto markets come back and retest at lower areas just below some of these swings and then come back in. All right, so that's the trade management idea in here. I'm going to put in a bit of a trend line and we'll see a reaction maybe around this area of support. All right, let me see if there's any questions in here. Not really. Okay. Yeah, very quiet chat in YouTube. You know, as soon as I start going over crypto markets, everything, there's not a whole lot of interest in crypto markets. That's why we can see not too many people in YouTube today or yesterday. That's fine. You know, I don't really care. We're going to learn a lot from going over this content and this competition. Guys, you know, Axia Futures, also SMB Capital, other prop firms out there, they talk about these things. They train like athletes. Okay, and that's what this competition can help us do as well. So, Stephen, I understand it's a little distracting, but you know, we can improve our trading, and you are through this competition. All right, so guys, like just going over this trade management understanding and this setup right now, like with Rob, okay, his question, right? Why we already took some off. We know that we're looking for a pullback. We're looking for a pullback probably about in here, and it's only come to here so far. So we don't know if it's going to pull back more or not, but we're still holding a limit buy down here, okay, for that potential pullback. Okay, again, so the trade management on this small time frame in here is also based off of what slowdown had presented in here. Okay, in the all markets Bruce chat room here. Okay, here's our strong move from yesterday. Here's our pullback and our back and forth in here. It breached, now this hasn't been updated yet, but it has breached this, and now we're back into the range. So we're still, we know that there's strong buyers behind this move. Okay, we know that. And we also know that it's been chopping around back and forth in here. We know that it breached the high today, yesterday's high, and it's come back in here. And we're looking for that trade to come back to these lower levels in here. Now we've hit those lower levels, and we're starting to wonder about buyers coming back in because of the bigger trend here. Okay, this could also be our flag pattern here. A beautiful flag pattern on a 4-hour or 1-hour chart. Okay, and that is the concept that we are trading in here. All right, so we are in this and we're still looking for this to go, basically, until we don't, until we see something different. All right, we even leveraged into it a bit. We already took some off, and we also are managing this, looking for leveraging in more, but at a better price down here. And then we moved our take profit to a point up in here. Okay, so and just letting it run. Okay, this is our trade idea. Okay, it's based off the higher time frame, and it's based off the lower time frame too. As I'm wondering, what you have any thoughts on this? Stephen, I can't wait to hand over the mic to you. Also slow down, and others on Thursday. I want to open it now almost for you guys, but we're going over some pretty simple ideas in here, but they're effective. It's order flow, and it's something that we can we look at again and again, and this can again work within any kind of trading idea. Okay, if it's a smaller time frame or higher time frame. Okay. All right. Okay, so here, look at this up here. All right, so here's a reaction to some high liquidity up here that just came into the market. It wasn't really here, it was a little bit here, but now there's a lot more here at 7,500. Okay, so, and look at the buying up in here. All right, so what are we looking for? We're looking for a pullback. Okay, so now this was actually our original trade idea in here, was a move to some of these swings in here and then a pullback. Is actually this, I'm surprised it didn't do it, is actually this one here. We always look at these levels in here, like this one. Well, maybe I'll put a horizontal line in. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Okay, but is our trade idea still on? Yeah, it is. Okay, this is how I'm going to manage it. Okay, so I'm still, I do see the selling. Okay, I do see the rejection up here. I see the selling coming in. Okay, but I'm going to stick with this in here. Okay, it's a bigger trade idea. We don't know. It's still in an uptrend on this small time frame. Yeah, Alan, yeah, thanks, Alois. Yeah, I went through the correlation tracker, but we can add it back on here. We can also add in Market Pulse and anchored VWAP. There's a whole bunch of other things we can add in here. Okay, but I want to start as this foundation, and this is what the All Markets webinar is actually all about. We've set it up this way for years. That the All Markets webinar. In here, we want to cover any market and any strategy in here, but it based on order flow as a foundation. That can be then moved or utilized for any other strategy. So we have all these other traders, Algo Boys, Doug, Tom B, you know, see who are the other guys in here. We got so many different guys: Charles, Scott Bussini, J Trader, Options Millionaire, Robert Rother. We had Moby, we have John Slazas, veteran trader, and they all trade differently, but order flow can apply to any of those trading styles. And that's why it's essential to understand how these markets work. And that's the foundation here in these All Markets webinar. Mayhem in order flow. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's looking at different things. Okay, we can too, but just make sure you line it up with some of these order flow ideas. Okay, we've been talking about a higher time frame candlestick strategy, basically. All right, so it's going to be interesting here. See, look at the selling coming in. Okay, even though it made a higher high in here, there's more selling in here. So let's see what happens at our trend line here. We know people are looking at it because I already see some liquidity underneath it here. See it? Okay, so here people are starting to buy off of it. Now, does that mean we get in here? No. Is this compelling enough? No. Okay, I'm not going to add risk here. Okay, this could be, we might see it break hard. We might find a lot of sellers in here. It might come down to here. It might come down to this swing, or it might even come down to lows of the day here. We don't know. Okay, so we're not going to, we don't have enough criteria to justify the trade. Slow down. Interesting to see liquidity overhead 71,300. Yep. Let's zoom out a little bit here. And 71,400. Yep. They're pulled after testing that 4 hour swing. Oh yeah, over here. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so here comes some selling. Okay, so and now where are these sellers going to take it? What are they looking for? And they want to try to take it down to the swings to be, you know, shake out some traders or cover at some of these areas in here. And this would be the first one here around just around our entry. 7,100 or 7,100. 70,000. So it's hard to it keeps saying 70,000. I just can't believe it. So yeah, here we come. All right. So now we know that there's going to be some back and forth in here. And up in here, it wasn't looking too good, but we're still sticking with it, right? And now we're coming back down to our break even. Okay, so now the question here, Rob, is do we want to continue with this trade idea? Okay, it is aligned with the higher time frame. Okay, so I'm going to wait actually, and I'm going to look to see if we get buyers curling back in here, because we know that there's still buying interest in here, okay, and from yesterday. And that is the theme we are going with here. So we're not trying to get shaken out by this. We're managing the position. Okay, this might be a small loss. Okay, but we're looking at a bigger, higher time frame in here. Well, yeah, I negated a little bit of that, or took some risk off, so it leaves me a little bit of leeway in here. Okay, so that's helpful. NQ going down as well. All right. Well, I could not connect to my Rhythmic today for some reason, so I don't know why. But well, I think I do know why. But we'll connect to the NQ with DX feed. Okay, which is fine. Yeah. Well, if this is a correlation that you want to trade, Alan, great, go for it. Right. Guys, if you want to continue to see your orders in here, click on this little pin here. That'll always keep it open. Otherwise, it will close. For so you don't accidentally manage your trades improperly in here. All right, let's add the correlation tracker to it here. Okay. Now we can look at the correlation tracker within Bookmap in the same chart. We can also look at we're going to add Market Pulse here in a minute too. Oh, I've got NQ already, right? Okay. Oh, it's an old one. I'm sorry. I will need to update that. Oh, that's it. I'm just. Oh, great. All right. So I don't know. This is why I didn't have it. So sorry, Alan. My correlation tracker is not working for me. We can look directly at the NQ though, if you want. Okay, let's just do that. Yeah. So this trade ID and the NQ is still on. We do see it going down, but like look where it went to. Remember, we had the same thing drawn up here in crypto. This level in here. Now there's a bigger level here, right? And then lots of little levels in here, up in here or up in here, right? So this is still on in NQ in my book. I'm still looking for these buyers in here, okay, and trying to reach back up to here and only up to here for now. And then I want to see if they can carry it on through up to this level up here, and I see liquidity in there already. So I would look for that. Okay. Okay, so and just a little bit more in here, and then this is where I would be scalping this just the same way we just did in Bitcoin, and take some off up here, and then hold for a bigger move here, okay, and manage this aggressively in here. Okay, with this I would probably I don't think I would give it much. Well, I haven't looked at the higher time frame. So I don't really know, but I would look for managing this a lot more aggressively because you can scalp this market a lot more. The commissions aren't as draconian as they are here. Okay, so this is what happened in crypto, right? So I just got filled. And so now it's down at this level here. Okay. So yeah, I don't really like getting filled here, to be honest. I probably shouldn't have left this in here. I should have, maybe I should put in, because I don't see criteria for justifying the entry here, except for it just being this level here. That's it. Okay, the order flow is not telling me anything though, right? So now basically I have to very actively manage this in here. I have to see buyers come in. And they've got to move it back up here. Otherwise, I'm going to just take the scratch here, and it will be a scratch, or it looks like it'll be a small loss here at this point. Okay, because I took some off. You take out the commissions, you know, etc. And that's fine, right? But I will wait here. I'm looking now. I'm looking for a criteria in here to justify me staying in the position. All right, and that criteria is going to be I've got to see an order book here that supports it. I've got to see buyers come in. Okay, now here's some exhaustion, but I got to see these buyers come in, and this is really, you know, it's, you know, looking at these very small time frames in here. Okay, but this is the trade idea. Right now, look at that very small buy volume in here, and that's it. Okay, back up to basically our position. And now, who knows? I mean, it might develop into something bigger. It might come back up to here, to 200. We don't know. All right, let's look at another idea in here. Okay, not trying to hope myself into staying in the position. That is deadly. Okay, but you know, we can look for now, maybe this is too aggressive of a trend line. We're looking for more support down here, and we have our reasons for it here. Okay, this was our level, our pivot level right here, right? We have a trend line here off of this new swing here. Okay. Another thing in here, trade management wise, Rob, you know, every time we hit the buy button or the sell button, we're charged a commission. So we got to clear that. Okay, so we're looking forward to go like $100 in here. If it doesn't go $100, like you know, you're going to be charged commission. That's another consideration in here. So it really kind of takes scalping out of the game. At least some of the scalping we've done for the futures markets. Okay, so now we're kind of back up here. Do we want to take some risk off? Maybe. Let's do it. Let's just see. All right, so now we're back to 0.1 contracts. Okay, just because we came back up to this swing. Okay, we can add more in too. Like let's suppose this trade idea is still on in here. We'd be looking for maybe adding another limit down here. Okay, makes sense. Rob, you with me? Thank you, Rob. Excellent. No, it has to make sense though to you. Okay? I mean, there's a lot of selling that came in here, so we're just back up to this swing. So now we got in here, and that's pretty risky. Usually we would have to get in here a little bit higher. And then we'd be looking for that buying in here to maybe carry it up and take some off. We got in a little bit early because we set that limit order in here. Okay, and it got filled. And we had risk on in here. There's no doubt about that. Like, you cannot escape risk. Okay? And in fact, that's what the game is all about. It's about risk, and how you deal with it. Okay? Both on the positive side and the negative side. Okay, so what we need behind us is as much criteria to justify our trade. And that is your trade setup, and that is your edge. Okay, and then you actively manage it. Is it good? Did I cover my risk up here? I don't know. I mean, like, what if the buyers start to come in? Like on a higher time frame, this is probably a really bad idea. On a lower time frame, it's pretty good. Right now, this brings up a whole nother question about leverage. If this starts to make you nervous up here, you are probably trading too big. And then you're going to do a lot of erratic things because you're going to start to get emotional. We're able to very easily and comfortably manage this idea because we're trading small. Okay? We're able to be clear-headed and objective. Okay, so now we're adding more risk on here. Okay, but this is our trade idea here. Okay, now again, I'm going to actively manage this. If I see more sellers come in down to this area here, I am out. Okay, and that would be like you can see that this is what we go over in these webinars. We have like for a long time from buyers. You see the selling coming in, and the selling started here, went down. Then we had this idea in here that well, on the higher time frame, maybe we got something. Okay. So now give it one more shot in here, but now we're below our area here. Just looking for maybe a possible stop. This looks pretty indicative of a stop run. And then because this is crypto market, I'm looking for a snap back after a move like this. This is just done through watching these markets in here a lot. Well, not a lot. I'm no crypto expert whatsoever, but I've just been shocked the way this behaves in here. You'll get this move, and then you get this move right back up, and then you'll see the buyers come right back in above 900 here, for example. Okay, so this is the stop run, the kind of capitulation in here. Okay, now up here, really want to see those buyers come in hand over fist up here. I don't know if I'm going to get it or not, but that's what I'm looking for. What do I have in the order book? Well, liquidity's down here is around 600. So maybe it has to come down here before we see the buyers come back in. Okay, what do I have to justify this idea of staying in this trade for right now? Well, high liquidity traded here and then through it. Okay, but high liquidity did trade here. So we've retested it now twice and we still see more selling coming back in. Okay, so this is telling me to get out. All right, so I'm out. Okay, flatten the position. Now, maybe I got out right at the bottom in here, and that's where the buyers come right back in. I will get back in if we can get back up above here at 900. But this is not telling me, this is not looking good. It looks like there should be more sellers coming in here. Okay, but we will do this though. Maybe a little bit higher here, maybe right around our line, and we can place a buy stop. Just to do this, you will always left clicking in this window when you have it under chart trading in here. I love trading here in Bookmap. I think it's fantastic off of the chart. You need to get used to the right clicking and left clicking. Left clicking is always a buy. Right clicking is always a sell. That's it. Okay, so now it depends on where you are on the chart though. If I right click above or left click above here, it's going to be a buy, right? It's going to be a market buy. I will get filled right here at the last price, okay, or whatever liquidity is taken there. If I right click up here, that will set a limit sell, okay, because it's all right clicking is always a sell. Okay, now if I'm down below in here and I left click, that's going to be a limit buy. But if I right click down here, it's going to be a market sell. All right, so one more thing is here you can right click back up above here in these areas, but if you hold the shift key down, oh, I'm sorry, let me say this again. If I left click above up at this level here, for example, okay, and I hold the shift key down, see how it says it's a stop order. Okay, so it's a limit stop. Okay, so if it is hit, it will turn into a market. Okay, so now here's our trade idea starting to unfold. Not on a lot of buy volume though, right? Not on a lot of buy volume. So is this what we want to do? Do we want to stick with it? I don't know. It's starting to pick up a little bit. Well, let's see. Okay, because I like this idea still. I'm still kind of sticking with it here. Okay, and let's see if these buyers, let's get a bit more buying cluster in here and take me into this trade again. Okay, so I'm filled. All right, I am going to place my limit up here though and take some off. I'm going to move it up a little bit higher. Every time you have a stop loss, it closes the trade on the chart. Well, it's because it's a stop loss, Alan. I mean, you can place a buy stop or a sell stop in here as well. Okay, just hold down that shift key, and it depends on where you are above or below price in this window in here. All of these details here are in here. Okay, go into the, well, first go to bookmap.com, education here, getting started, and then trading it here. All right, I'll put this link into the chat for you guys. And these are very short videos that go through the trade functionality from the chart. Okay. Yeah, you might have clicked you might have not right clicked, or in the right place, or left click in the right place. It depends on where. All right, well, let's take a look at this. So, and then what's going on right now? Do we have enough justification for this trade idea at this point? It's pretty iffy. There's a lot more selling here. We had very little buying up in here. So you're right. In hindsight, Rob, this is a good idea to take some risk off, and then also down here at that point, it was a good idea to exit the trade. And you can see though that we got back in at a basically where our buy was anyway. Okay, so anyway, that was the trade management is it's okay, but the criteria or justification for being in this trade is kind of iffy right now. There is more selling moving this market lower. Okay, so maybe I want to consider exiting here. Okay, I need to see there's support here, and I need to see a lot of buying or a lack of selling in here, and then I need to see a lot of buying come back up in here. Okay, otherwise this trade idea is not good. We will very likely come back down to here and retest 900. All right. Okay, so let's see if we can get it here. One thing also, Rob, about this trade management in here, like I had mentioned, this is really important too. So you'll have to play around with it in here, because you might be managing it correctly in here, but when you add in commissions, this is not going to work. Okay, so you have to be very aware of your commissions. It's supremely important here, because oh yeah, look, it's a small winner and I just took some off. Actually, no, when you add it all up, right? So you're going to have a small loss instead, even though you had a winner, right? So this is, you got to be, you really have to calculate that into your risk management, and it has a lot to do with your time frames. Okay, so look, our trade idea is starting to work out again. We got to get back up above this area in here, and that's where we want to take some off. Okay, I see high liquidity coming in here. See how they stop that from moving? Okay, this high liquidity, 200 and whatever, 220 coins here. Okay, so I'm going to be a little more aggressive with that target. And it just traded through it. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. So yeah, the limits aren't working too well as targets. So I'm going to take some off here by, I'm just going to, below the market here, I'm going to do market sell. Okay, so right here, I'll just right click below current price, and you can see I got filled here. Okay, see right here? So we got filled here, and now my position is 0.1 contracts. Okay. All right, so we just reduced some risk off up here. I don't know if this did the trick or not, right? If I need to add in the commissions in here. I just paid out. Now with 0.1 is probably around I don't know. It's actually 0.1 or Dan, what is the commission rate that we put into the competition? I forget. I think it's 0.1%. 0.5. I think it's still back at point one. You know, point one is going to be the percentage that you're going to have to pay out, and you're going to have to figure that out in within your trade management in here. Okay, what you can do is, thanks, Dan. I really appreciate it. It's a percentage of your position, not your profit, your position sizing, right? So you just go to Binance.com and you read about the commissions in there. It is equal in functionality. We're actually giving a discount on the commission. All right, guys. So I'm going to stick with this trade idea. We just took some off, and it is going up. So look at the volume come in. In fact, let's consider this. We've got a lot of volume coming in. We've got some trap sellers down here. We may leverage into this. Okay, let's look for some ideas in here to leverage it. Okay, maybe a pullback. All right. So maybe back down to an area in here or here as a pullback, or maybe here, right? Some of our levels, 70,100. Okay, because we know we're going to get a pullback. We know that there's some stops being triggered. We're going to get a pullback. So you can consider leveraging in to this position still. Okay, again, not trade recommendation, but just some ideas in your trade management. I will say this, and I will end on this. Well, let me show you one more thing in here before. I wanted to show Market Pulse and a whole bunch of other things today, but we went over trade management in detail, so I'm hoping that was helpful for everybody. Guys, if you like this, please give us a like. Hit the like button over in YouTube. That's, you know, if you want to see more of this kind of activity in here, that's helpful. Also in Discord, you know, what do you guys think? Maybe we can, Dan, I don't know if you got enough time to put a small a poll in here, but I'm relying so hard on you. I haven't even sniffed the crypto competition prior. Um, oh yeah, thanks. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Slowdown. The So we are getting our pullback now, right? So and that's to be, you know, anticipated here, because look at that pressure up in here, and that's where we went above the swing in here, and this is going to be a stop run here. Okay, now we're back into the range and we're looking for support. All right, so are we looking for support off of our 70,000 here? We're above it. Okay, now are we going to see more support in here, or more demand in here at this 70,000? Okay, are we going to stick with this trade idea of the higher time frame of dipping below Slowdown's 4-hour chart in that area, and then moving back up? All right, so that is the trade idea that we're following in this example. Okay, let's see. Right, one more thing I wanted to go through. You guys probably have, I think you have access to this, the break-even indicator in here. Yeah, break-even point here. You can put commissions in here per round turn. Your commission is 0.1% in the quote currency. I think I can do that. 0.1%. All right. So let's see, what is my break even then? Does it display? Hmm. We'll play around with this. You guys should have free access to this, and see if this is here. Let's just add one more position in. I don't see it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Oh, maybe I need to go down here and turn it on. Yeah, there we go. I think that's it. Break even point. It should show it on the chart. Anyway, play around with it. I think I'll get it to work for you guys, and I'll post back into here. But this is a great thing in here because now you can add your commissions in, Rob, and you don't have to calculate this. Okay, we have the technology for this. Okay, so it should be really helpful for you. Okay, so we're still in this trade idea. We're still bouncing off of 70,000. We're above it, yeah, that's it. Okay, I added in a little bit more in here. I don't really have justification for adding off of this, except for maybe a technical level. I do not have order flow though to support it yet in the criteria. Okay, but it is in line though, at least at the level with the trade idea. Right. All right, guys, I'm going to end here. Thanks for coming. Please jump in, play around with this. You can trade on the side in your regular account and try out some of your ideas in this crypto competition. You may win. And don't forget, like we're going to have a drawing later for the winner here for the prizes. So best content later today will be awarded $200 USDT. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, thanks for coming. We'll see you on Friday. But don't worry, we're going to have some other special events tomorrow and Thursday as well. I haven't scheduled them yet, but we will. So we'll see you for some of those special events and let you know. Okay. Thanks for coming, everybody. Yeah. Take care. Bye-bye.